Yo, what is up guys, Destroyer here, and I'm gonna bring you guys a new video. This is another video back in Destiny, and this video is on what's kind of the new PvP meta, because a lot of things have changed in the Rise of Iron, and I would say this is the most fun time to play PvP, because there's so many just guns that are usable now. Like before year 1, it was always hand cannon snipers or hand cannon shotgun, because hand cannons just dominated. Then year 2, it was a lot of pulse rifles, some fusion rifles, and now fusions are actually doing really, really well in year 3. So in this new meta, there are kind of like all sorts of combinations. There are really powerful guns that you see a lot of people in Crucible just leaning towards, and a lot of them are no longer exotics. You don't see Hawkmoon. Instead of Hawkmoon, you're going to be seeing the Palindrome, which is a viable hand cannon from Crucible with rangefinder. You have mulligan, you have rifled barrel, and it's an absolutely insane impact. Like if I compare it to Hawkmoon real quick, just look at it. It's an absolutely insane range and impact hand cannon that obliterates people. I think it's 3 shot to the head, or you can do 2 headshot body, and it's absolutely an insane weapon. But it's not the only thing ruling the Crucible right now. There are a lot of things like from Trials. The pulse rifle is really good. I don't have the adept version, but this is just a really like good pulse rifle all around. Pulse rifles are like kind of medium range. There are a lot of people using year 1, year 2s, like Nerwin's Mercy. I still have it. And then there's the Outbreak Prime, which a lot of people just use to boost their light, but it's still like 2 taps to the head and has very powerful perks like the Siva Swarm. But not only like are hand cannons and pulse rifles like relevant right now, scout rifles, you can actually see them occasionally in the Crucible with Mida multi-tool and the distant star and like some of the new Crucible scout rifle, which I can't remember the name of, but all these scout rifles are normally high fire rate but decent impact. So they get a lot of shots off quickly, preferably have full auto on them, and there's not really the really high impact low fire rate scout rifles, but some scout rifles are relevant right now. And then even auto rifles like the Doctrine, the Unbent Tree is a new one with an insane magazine and insanely fast fire rate. You can pick one of these up in Iron Banner right now. And these weapons are just really balanced. Like of course, so you can basically see every class of weapon being used right now, and just certain powerful ones are really sticking out. But what I've noticed is the only exotic you really ever see is not the Hawk Moon, but the Outbreak Prime, just for people trying to get their highest light level because it drops at 390. But Crucible is really, really even primary wise, and even in specials. So a lot of shotguns and snipers are being used right now because there's a ton of new high impact, high range shotguns like the Raid one. There's the Last Ditch from Dead Orbit, and of course the Matador is still here destroying people. But fusion rifles like Saladin's Vigil, they're actually much more powerful because of their long range and high burst intensity. And they're actually being used in intense things like the Plan C. I've seen a lot in Trials of Osiris, and it's just become because before pulse rifles were almost or fusion rifles were almost never used. You never really saw them in Crucible because they had no point. But now they have like a larger range than almost all shotguns and have insane impact. So they're actually relevant now, and a lot of people have been running combos like that. And some people have been running strange combos like a pulse rifle and universal remote or no land beyond, which used to be just like a for fun combo, but it's actually become kind of relevant in year 3 because everything has been really well balanced out. Now shotguns are going insane in Crucible right now. It seems like everybody's using one, but on certain maps, snipers are still very relevant just because you have the range, and if you have a scout rifle or something to back it up, like if you get a body shot just in case, they're actually pretty relevant. And of course, you have the top snipers like LDR 5000. You have Longbow from Crucible, which is probably one of the best, and I still need one. Now, heavies are just all over the place. People basically use whatever because heavies aren't super relevant in Crucible. But and almost all subclasses are being used. There's not like one OP subclass. Like Gunslinger is kind of on the down low, but I still love it. A lot of people are using Quiver on their bows, and a lot of Arc Blades currently for Hunters. And now Hammer isn't super powerful for Titan, so people are actually using everything. I've seen a lot of bubbles in trials just because they can put weapons on and absolutely obliterate you as soon as they step out of the bubble. So this is probably the most balanced time I've ever seen in Crucible, except if you're in Iron Banner, there's a lot of shotguns. But everywhere else, it's really everything is being used, which makes me really happy. There's not one super powerful thing, and the Thorn's back at year 3, and I have only run into it like once. It's not even like super rare, just a lot of people haven't been grinding for it, and it's something that people just don't really need to use because there are these powerful new weapons that kind of stand up to all the old weapons, which is really cool. Now, I might do a guide later on how to get some of the most powerful weapons, just because some of these, like some are vendor bought, really easy to find, some are just from grinding it out, and some are insane quests like the Outbreak Prime. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, hopefully it has been helpful. Don't forget to drop a like down below, subscribe for more Destiny, Black Ops 3, and maybe some more World of Warcraft, and I will see you guys later. See you guys.